Alright. I'm back with another live stream. I'm just live streaming my initial viewing of these shows these days because I feel like it's my fastest way of getting a review out. I don't have to actually watch it and then record a review. I'm just gonna watch it and press pause whenever I have thoughts to give. Today we got Worlds Collide. Um, I've criticized the idea of this show, really. I think WWE are pretty goddamn full of themselves. They already got us watching like a show every single day of the week, and then now two on Saturday because they had Money in the Bank after this. So if you lived in LA, you could have made a day out of it. But if you have a life and you don't want to watch wrestling all day every day, it's a little difficult. So they're kind of pushing us to the limit here. And as for the idea of them buying AAA, um, I think Triple H seemed to be like a fan of a lot of things AEW were doing, and AEW had the crossover with AAA and New Japan and other companies, and it seems like Triple H, wanted to stomp out the competition. I think is how I see it. And sorry, my dog is here messing with me while I'm trying to live stream, but what can I do about that? That's what you get when you have a dog. They just want to play all the time. Here, let me put her on the stream. Come here. Laura. Anyways, um, so yeah, I criticize just the idea of them buying AAA. Um, I think Triple H might have thought that was a better idea than it actually was. I don't think anyone really cared that AEW had that relationship with AAA and had their titles defended on their show. I guess, it's kind of cool if you're a wrestling mark, but is it really going to bring in more viewers? In my opinion, they've already have us watching enough freaking shows. Now they're kind of pressuring us to follow what's going on in AAA as well. So they're going to introduce a bunch of new characters to the WWE universe today. I assume they might show up here and there in WWE. I'm not going to follow AAA unless they get a TV deal here in America and they have an English commentator. I might consider it. Even then, I'm just like rolling my eyes, like, ugh, dude, we already have NXT Raw on Monday, NXT on Tuesday, Evolve on Wednesday. Impact is pretty much a WWE show now on Thursday, and then SmackDown on Friday, and then whatever PLE. Like, when are we supposed to watch all this shit? So, because of this, as I've shown in my recent live streams, I have a strategy for watching all this wrestling. I don't really just sit there and watch the whole freaking thing straight through. It's impossible. There's no fucking way. So I am gonna forward through much of it. A lot of the matches that I don't really care about. Um, I'm gonna just look for interference spots, whatever things that move the story along, angles in the match. Otherwise, I'll just skip the matches because I've seen plenty of wrestlers working, and as long as their work isn't like egregiously bad, I don't really care anymore. I'm just more of a storyline guy when it comes to wrestling. So if that's not your thing, this is probably not going to be the channel for you. But I just want to see the storylines um, progress and how the matches are booked and who wins and who goes over and stuff like that. So you're gonna see me mash the fast forward button like crazy for a lot of this show. The only match that I'm really kind of interested to see is the Chad Gable and El Hijo de Vikingo match. I'll probably let that one run all the way through, but otherwise I'm gonna forward the rest of it like the Legado del Fantasma match. I'm gonna forward that really fast. I'm hoping there's a breakup at the end because I really don't like that stable. It just hasn't been working. They need to just let them all go their separate ways and see if they can come up with something. Stephanie Vaquer against Lola Vice, or Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice teaming against two AAA girls I'm probably not going to pay attention to. And then the LWO against some wrestlers from AAA, I guess. I'm not really going to pay attention to that either, honestly. I'll see the wrestlers, I'll give my comment on their, gimmicks and stuff, but that's about it. I'll forward the matches. Oh, and the NXT one. So NXT, Ethan Page is defending his NXT title. I follow NXT, so I'll watch that one too. All right. Um, let's see. Play.
then, now. Forever. Together.
Hay momentos en el tiempo, momentos que parten la Tierra en dos, momentos que dividen la línea del tiempo, de lo que fue a lo que será.
WWE is announcing the acquisition of Mexican Lucha Libre promotion AAA.
Pero ese espacio en el medio, ahí es donde se hace la historia, donde se encuentra el destino, donde nacen las leyendas. Hoy puedes sentirlo en el aire, en tu pecho, fluyendo por tu sangre. Es tu oportunidad de llevar la antorcha, de honrar el pasado a quienes vinieron antes, de llevar este legado a nuevas alturas. Pero recuerda esto, la lucha libre no es solo tradición, es una revolución, es una rebelión. Se trata de desafiar lo imposible. Hoy es el momento que has estado esperando, tu tiempo de estar en el escenario mundial, con los ojos del planeta puestos en ti. Muéstrales lo imposible. Toma este día y grábalo en la eternidad. Escribe tu nombre en la historia. Esta es tu oportunidad, tu momento. Y al mundo entero, esto es lucha. Momentos que dividen la línea del tiempo, de lo que fue a lo que será.
And now, Wingstop presents Worlds Collide. The City of Angels, Hollywood, home of the Dodgers, Chargers, and Rams, Lakers, Clippers, and today, once again, the American epicenter of Lucha Libre. Just 136 miles from Tijuana, Mexico, and the site where history will once again be made. The loudest, wildest, most passionate fans have traveled from around the globe to celebrate their culture and experience the madness that is Lucha Libre. And a little over 3 decades ago, the world was introduced to this man, Rey Mysterio. From Super Nino to WWE Hall of Famer, Rey helps usher in the new generation today. And few women have personified the new generation of superstars quite like La Primera. Just hours before
Rey Mysterio walk out of the house wearing that mask. I guess he walks to his car.
And in our main event, Chad Gable, the master, United States Olympian, still in search of his first.
All right, well, I guess I'm interested to see the, stage they got going for this. It's an interesting cross-promotional show, quote-unquote cross-promotional. It's all WWE right now, but I guess we'll see how it looks. This was at the Kia Forum, which used to be the Great Western Forum, and then the older building in LA, and then the Money in the Bank was at the, what do you call it, the Clippers Stadium.
California, brace for impact. This is Worlds Collide. I am still Corey Graves.
Conan, huh? Corey Graves they got from NXT, and Conan, funky Conan from I guess I know him from WCW. I know AAA has a great history, a great lineage. You know, I guess a lot of stuff has happened that have been really good. I'm sure. Maybe they'll tell us some of it, I guess. So let's see what's happening. This is my first exposure to AAA. Never watched it ever.
And I have the honor to be sitting beside a man who competed in the main event of the first ever When Worlds Collide event took place in 1994. He is known around the globe as Konnan. Konnan, what does this event mean to Lucha Libre?
What a historic day. 30 years ago, in the original When Worlds Collide here in LA, the world was introduced to Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Mascarita Sagrada, Psicosis, and now, 30 years later, you will see the new stars of AAA, the present and the future.
No doubt about it, but we can't handle all this madness without a little help. Please say hello to our AAA announce team of Jose Manuel Guillen, Roberto Figueroa, and WWE's Marcelo Rodriguez.
Amigos, feliz de estar aquí para darle formalmente la bienvenida a su nueva casa.
Yes. Hispanic commentators. Okay. Who's this? The president of AAA, Marisela Pena. All right, there's Shawn Michaels. There's a lady singing the Mexican national anthem, which I'm gonna forward through because I don't got all day. I'm hoping to get through this show in less than an hour. All right, here's Lillian Garcia. Is she singing the American national anthem? What the heck? I didn't realize she could sing, but okay, I'm not surprised. America and Mexico. Very ironic, kind of, that they're trying to unite America and Mexico, considering the stuff going on in the world and how the American system is falling apart around us. But okay, that's neither here nor there. Let's just stick with the wrestling. We don't want to think about that serious stuff here. We're here to watch wrestling. Rey Mysterio is here to cut a promo. I guess I'll listen to him cut a promo about the historical significance, I assume he's going to try to talk about here.
Eso que está aquí es increíble que ni quiero pisar el logo porque no lo quiero ensuciar, ¿eh? ¡Órale, Los Ángeles! ¿Cómo estamos? Gracias. Les voy a hablar desde el Cora, ¿eh? Hace 31 años, 31 years ago, aquí en Los Ángeles, tuve la bendición de ser parte del primer Worlds Collide. 1994. La neta sí, ¿eh? Y la verdad nunca me imaginé que algún día yo iba a ser parte del roster de WWE. Gracias. You know, and I thought that Lucha Libre would only be seen in Mexico, solamente en Mexico. But I'm blessed and I'm proud to see the evolution and to be part de la evolución de Lucha Libre. Y hasta mejor, que después del día de hoy, WWE le ha dado el sello de autenticidad a la lucha libre.
Boy, this is a boring promo. I'm really itching to forward it. I know this is historically significant to you, but come on, man, pick up the pace. Can you sound a little more excited, for fuck's sake?
Lo más bonito de todo es que después de hoy, ahora todo el mundo entero, the entire world, puede ver, you all can see, the entire world can see, con lo que yo me enamoré de niño, the one thing that I fell in love with as a kid, la lucha libre.
We've seen Lucha Libre in America, bro. AEW has had luchadors on. They have luchadors every fucking week on Ring of Honor, on Honor Club. But I guess they ignore that. Only WWE are the only company that exists according to WWE. Whatever. Alright, I gotta forward. Let's see what we got going on. There's some wrestlers coming out. Alright, so we got Mr. Iguana. Let's put it a little bigger, since it's a still image. This guy is crawling to the ring. And we got Octagon Jr., who is a TNA wrestler. He's part of the Aztec Warriors. And who was the other guy? Aerostar. Okay, and they're facing off against, I assume, Joaquin Wilde and Dragon Lee and Cruz del Toro. Oh, look, Liv and Dominic in the crowd. Okay, interesting. Good for them. I am gonna mash the fast forward button here, man. I'm sorry, this is not a match I'm gonna watch. I don't have a lot of time. I got work at in 4 hours, and I'm hoping to get through this show and Money in the Bank. Actually, I got work in 3 hours as of right now. So I'm going to be mashing this fast forward button really fast. I've seen Lucha Libre before, man. This is not going to be my first exposure to Lucha Libre, so let's just see who wins. I'm going to skip to the finish. And I'm really not interested in these characters. I see what they look like. Mr. Iguana is kind of funny looking, but no, this is not going to be it for me. I'll look at the finish. All right, let's see the finish. I'll press play on the finish.
Unbelievable into the cover.
Yes! First one for AAA.
Octagon Jr. All right, who I've seen in TNA work with Laredo Kid, who's later going to be in that North American title match. So good stuff, good stuff. Good for them. Babyfaces win here. Looks like Dominic's going to grab the mic and cut a promo with Liv next to him. So I'll listen to that.
Uh-oh, they may not let him talk, which might not be a bad idea.
I see that you happen to be a big Rey Mysterio fan. But you seem to forget that he's a deadbeat. And I am your champion. Como tú eres fan de ese Rey Mysterio, tú también eres una basura como él.
Uh-oh.
¿Qué perro qué me vas a hacer? Acuérdate, yo soy el campeón. No me puedes tocar y no estás en mi nivel.
A blatant disrespect by the Intercontinental Champion. Octagon Jr.'s had enough. Octagon Jr. raining lefts and rights on Dirty Dom. It is popping off in the ring, Conan.
Where'd this come from?
Obviously, Octagon not about to stand for the disrespect
Of his idol, Rey Mysterio. Liv is in there now. All hell's broken loose. There goes Dominic.
We're going to need some more security out here. Get Dirty Dom.
Alright, so it's a pull-apart between Octagon Jr. and Dominic Mysterio. That's a decent matchup. Like I said, I've seen Octagon Jr. Recently in TNA as part of the Aztec Warriors.
I'll see you at Money in the Bank.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Extra match for Money in the Bank. Okay, it's not bad, but yeah.
I'll make sure I put this on the line.
Whoa.
So I'll see you tonight.
Oh my God.
You got an unexpected bonus.
If it gets made official, Dirty Dom will defend the Intercontinental title against Octagon Jr.
Yeah. So the Aztec Warriors have had a feud recently with First Class in TNA for AJ Francis and Casey Navarro. That was a really solid feud that I really liked. Alright, so here's a historical thing, I guess. Let's see what the history they can tell us about Lucha Libre, I guess.
A principios de la década de los 90, la lucha libre en México se encontraba en una encrucijada. Y en siguientes décadas, una empresa había reinado como la promoción dominante del país. Pero en 1992, un visionario decidió que era hora de un cambio.
Antonio Peña, mi hermano, empezó una gran revolución en la lucha libre mexicana.
Antonio Peña llegó después de tener su momento de ser luchador a revolucionar el mundo de la lucha libre.
Antonio Peña, un ex luchador convertido en booker, tenía una visión audaz y un producto de televisión que podía cautivar a la próxima generación de fanáticos. Entonces, dejó la compañía a la que pertenecía y se llevó con él a un grupo de luchadores jóvenes y hambrientos. Peña lanzó asistencia, asesoría y administración.
Well, I never really understood that name. I speak Spanish in a little bit, but asistencia, asesoría, administración. Like, what the fuck kind of name is that? It's a stupid sounding name.
AAA. Desde el principio, AAA no solo cambió a la lucha libre, la sobrecargó. Acción rápida, personajes extraordinarios. El espectáculo era el enfoque. Máscaras coloridas, estrellas internacionales, lucha femenina, minis. Una alternativa vibrante a la tradición.
Cómo todos estos personajes, cómo toda esta cultura llega a una plataforma global como lo es WWE para poderle presentar la lucha libre, la mejor del mundo, la mexicana, a todas partes.
Era rápido, llamativo y con gran conexión. En 1992, Antonio Peña tomó una apuesta y creó un legado que redefiniría la lucha libre para siempre. Ahora, casi 35 años después, la familia Peña Roldán está llevando a cabo la visión de Antonio Peña, llevando la lucha libre a una audiencia mundial, celebrando la cultura mexicana a escala global.
Y la verdad, Antonio, yo sé que él está mirando y sonriendo y está contento.
All right. Interesting history lesson. I never knew that. I never knew about Antonio Peña, but I guess I see the difference between... I assume the company they're talking about that he left was CMLL, because it's a lot... I don't want to say blander, but yeah, it doesn't have like the same type of flair that AAA has, it seems. So, okay, all right, let's see what the next match is. I'm moving along, man. Like I said, I got a lot to watch today, and I just want to see the matches. Oh, here's Legado del Fantasma. Oh, Chuy Martinez from Evolve. Fine, I'll listen to this interview.
Worlds Collide, how you doing? Chuy Martinez here, directamente de Los Ángeles, and repping Dominican Republic and Mexico, of course. Y estamos aquí entre familia, always. And how is this family going to get it done? You say it's about love, power, family, but yo, you guys got Pagano, Psycho Clown, el hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. How are you going to get it done, baby?
¿Estás ciego o qué? Are you blind? Look at us. We're ready for war. And we're going to prove all these AAA guys who owns Lucha Libre.
Exactly. We all three come from a legacy. And tonight is the night to prove it.
I'll tell you something, Chuy, since you are asking interesting questions. This means something. And Lucha Libre, with this, can only be represented by this familia. Lucha Libre is all about tradition, heritage, y cultura. And Santos Escobar, el comandante del Legado del Fantasma, y mi familia, we're ready to prove to the world who owns the Lucha Libre universe to the tune of 2 words. Familia. Legado.
Legado.
You know, their promo, I'm sorry, their promo isn't bad, but I just, nobody cares about these guys. That's the problem. They haven't gotten anyone to care about them. They're all good workers and they could cut promos decently well, but, I don't know, they're not on the chopping block because their work is good, but I just, think they should be on the chopping block for cuts because no one gives a damn. Like, I'm gonna forward through this fucking match so fucking hard and so fast. But alright, let's see what's next. Oh, we got this tag team match. Chick Tormenta and the other girl attacked Stephanie Vaquer during her match. So, Dalise, her name is. Chick Tormenta and Dalise. So they got involved with Stephanie. I guess they cost her NXT titles. They got involved during that match where Stephanie lost her NXT title to JC Jane, and before that as well. So they're having like a grudge match. I don't know why these chicks. Well, her name is Chick Tormenta. I don't know why she has an issue with Stephanie, but I don't really care. This is gonna be one of them tag matches that I'm forwarding through. Lola Vice, I like from NXT, but it's just there's too much to watch. I don't have the time. I'm on a time limit here, so I gotta just skip to the booking, see who wins. This is a good attraction for the crowd. Female wrestling, you know, I would watch it if I had the time, but like I said, I'm complaining that they're just flooding us with too much wrestling, man. And unfortunately, this is how it's gonna be. I have to pick and choose the matches I gotta watch. I'm gonna watch the Chad Gable, Hijo del Vikingo match, and that's it. But it looks like, yeah, Stephanie and Lola win the match here. I'm gonna hit play on the last minute, I guess.
That's a move called La Atlantida, invented by the Russians.
Great counter. Penny combination by Vaquer. Created by Atlantis?
Yes.
Vaquer once again looking for it. Can she hook it? SBB! La Primera hooks both legs.
Wow. The student beat the teacher. The student beat the teacher. Now we got to find out. Is she hurt?
A very interesting turn of events going into your
Interesting to hear Corey Graves doing play-by-play. Doesn't do that on any other show. But yeah, Stephanie's in that Money in the Bank match later, so she's pulling double duty. Good for her. She got a win. Post-match interview. Fine. Let's listen to it.
Historia pura aquí en Los Ángeles. Grandes ganadoras. Muchas felicidades. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Gracias, Vero. Yo nací para representar mi cultura y estoy tan agradecida de tener esta oportunidad hoy competir en Worlds Collide junto a mi amiga Stephanie La Primera, baby.
Ahora, Stephanie, la pregunta del millón. ¿Todavía tienes energía, estamina, todo eso que se necesita para competir esta noche por el maletín de dinero en el banco? Do you still have energy for money in the bank tonight?
Cada reto lo enfrento con toda la motivación y la energía que me da mi gente. Hoy me siento honrada, de verdad agradecida por compartir el ring con Lola. Y toda la gente aquí sabe quién soy yo. Yo soy la primera, pero después de esta noche me van a conocer como Miss Money in the Bank.
All right, so that was all in Spanish. I guess she pretty much said she's ready for the fucking Money in the Bank. Cool. Chuy Martinez backstage with Chad Gable, all right.
You've said some pretty unsavory things about the Mexican people, and now you find yourself in the Lion's Den going up against Vikingo. What are you going to do to be the next AAA Mega Champion?
Lion's Den? Who are you kidding? This is like a second home to me, okay? Now, fair enough, the luchadors themselves, they might have an issue with me, but the Mexican people, they love me. They've seen the journey I went on to conquer the dark arts of Lucha Libre. They're embracing me. They know I embody the spirit of Lucha Libre. All right, not only are they embracing me, they're embracing the new greatest luchador in the history of this business, El Grande Americano. Okay, it's a big day because tonight El Grande is going to walk out with the briefcase after Money in the Bank, and this afternoon I'm walking out of here the new AAA Mega Champion. Viva la Mexico!
Well, a Mega Championship on the line in our main event, but coming.
Oh man, I'm confused. I don't know why he's talking about El Grande Americano. I think it's starting to blend together. Eventually, it might just, it'll be revealed that he is El Grande Americano or something. I don't know what the end game is for this angle or this storyline, so I guess we'll see. We'll see. But I want to see that match. Alright, so we got the 6-man tag, Legado del Fantasma against El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., Psycho Clown, and Pagano. Man, I'm sorry. No, this match is not for me today. I don't have the time. Legado del Fantasma, I hope they lose and they just freaking break up after the match. Because ain't nobody got time for this stable. They're just the dark hole in the freaking show. I'll forward them if they're on SmackDown, and I'm forwarding them here if I'm on Worlds Collide. So I'm mashing that forward button. I'll make it a little bigger, but I don't really care what happens in this match. I'll see who goes over, and I'll see if there's an afterbirth, but that's about it. That's all I got for you, man. Mashing that forward button. Mashing that forward button. WWE, this is what you make me do. You want to put 2 shows in one day and 1 show every single day of the week? I don't have time to watch all this shit, bro. Focus on 1 or 2 shows. Make 1 or 2 shows really good. Raw and SmackDown. Maybe a pay-per-view every so often. You want to make us watch this much wrestling? This is how I'm going to watch it, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're diving all over each other, I could tell. Doing all kinds of crazy things. Good for you. Good for you. Who's going to win the match? Who's going to win the match? Legado del Fantasma wins the match. Good for them. All right. Let's see.
Are down.
Play the last minute of it.
Escobar with a knee. Up goes Wagner. Down goes Wagner. Phantom driver. Will this do it?
Wow. Wow. None of them wanted to lose, but finally Santos came out on top and Suda won.
Yeah, they're representing WWE until they freaking get cut eventually. Well, we'll see when that happens. Alright, forwarding on to the next match. Let's see what we got. What do we got? We got another video package on AAA. I don't got time for this. I'm skipping to this match. I'm trying to get to this El Hijo del Vikingo backstage interview.
El día de hoy con un compromiso muy importante vas a enfrentar a Chad Gable, pero además vas a poner en riesgo el mega campeonato de la AAA. ¿Cómo te sientes?
Nervos. Chad Gable no es cualquier rival. Es un maestro del estilo americano. Eso no significa que tenga miedo. Esto significa que importa. Pero I'm going to fly. Hoy estoy listo para defender mi megacampeonato enfrente de toda mi raza.
You heard him. He's more than ready to defend that championship, that mega championship of AAA. Frente a Chad Gable. Chad Gable, he thinks he's a great rival. He thinks he's the master of American style. Muy buena suerte. Good luck.
Muchas gracias.
Well, the mega championship on the line.
Buena suerte. Alright, 4-way. Alright, this one I'm kind of interested to see who wins. I do follow NXT. Ethan Page defending his North American title. Sorry, I didn't hold up the microphone to my face, I forgot. But yes, Ethan Page is defending the NXT North American title against, I guess Laredo Kid is the only person in this match who actually works for AAA. He works for TNA too. I've seen him. He's part of the Aztec Warriors. Javon Evans is great. He's fucking awesome. He should be on the main roster. And Ray Phoenix, they threw in this match also. So, okay. Here comes Ethan Page, who should also be on the main roster. No need for him to be on NXT. But, alright, I'm going to skip through probably the beginning of this match and get to the ending and see who wins it. Because, like I said, I got plenty of wrestling to watch today. I got 3 hours left and I'm trying to watch this. I'm trying to watch Money in the Bank. I don't got all day. I got to go to work. I'm laying in bed watching this because, honestly, it's just not worth it for me to sit up. Sitting up is like work. You know, you got to put pressure on your back and everything. So I'm laying in bed watching this freaking show. This extra show that they really didn't need to give us, but WWE are so freaking full of themselves. Oh, that's a great spot. I'll rewind this one, but Javon Evans does this thing where he flies through the ropes over the announce desk. He's done this a few times on NXT too. He's like one of the few athletic guys who can actually do that. I like that spot. But okay, I gotta skip to the booking, man. This is just not going to be one of the matches that I'm going to watch today. I'll watch the Chad Gable match. I'm trying to forward to that furiously. I'm furiously trying to forward through this show to get to Chad Gable versus El Hijo del Vikingo. But it looks like Ethan Page retained. All right, I'll play the last minute of the match.
Twisted grin attempt by Ethan Page. Stopped by Evans now. Middle turnbuckle to the top. Springboard cutter. Ethan Page, all ego, dumps Javon to the outside. Down goes Phoenix.
Javon
Ethan
Evans
Page.
is such a good wrestler, man. He needs to be on the main roster. But yeah, so he pulled off an incredible looking move on Rey Fenix, and Ethan Page stole the pin. Okay. He keeps the North American title. Looks like he'll be staying on NXT for a while. I don't know. I think NXT has enough wrestlers that they could do without him, and he could really be useful on SmackDown because he's ready, you know. All right, another video package I'm gonna forward through. I'm trying to get to the main event. I assume, yes, here we go.
Opportunity of a lifetime as he
All right, there's a video package before the match. I'm forwarding through it. Let's just get to this match, man. I don't got all day. Chad Gable's coming out. El Hijo del Vikingo's coming out. Very, you know, ring walk entrances and everything. They got ring announcers for this because it's a title match. It's a AAA Mega title match, which is a title that was defended on AEW not too long ago, but WWE swooped in and stole that away from them. So it seems like there's about 23 minutes left in the show. So
Chad Gable or Vikingo or Rey Mysterio for start out, or Eddie Guerrero, they're special, they're different. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, they were different, they were special.
this is the only watch along I'm pulling for this show today. So after this, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna make some food, and I'm gonna try to skip through Money in the Bank before I have to run off to go do my job or go to work and stand up all day, so I could get paid, so I could do my rent. You know what I mean?
And Cena will be competing in tag team action later tonight at Money in the Bank. And Chad Gable caught up with me earlier in the day and said, Graves, I'm going to go out and wrestle with a vengeance. I'm going to win the Mega Championship, and then I'm going to go right down the road and support El Grande Americano in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Gable now showing his mat acumen at the expense of Vikingo. And turnabout's fair play.
Not only does he have an armbar on him, he's sitting on top of him. Now he's kind of letting him out, or he probably wouldn't have been able to get out.
Listen, Chad Gable is a dangerous individual. He can injure places you didn't know you had places. Look at this now, Vikingo looking to tie up Gable. Look at Mexico. The version of La Guitarra.
How beautiful is that?
Vikingo likes to call that the rune.
Wow, I did not expect you to know that.
I did my homework, Conan. I got a lot of respect for you
You
guys.
ain't a very bright guy, but you got that right.
Cradle, shoulders down. I may not be bright, that's why I got to be handsome. Look at this. Nice takedown, both superstars with the same idea. Fireman's carry takedown by Gable, who once again takes command with a simple armbar.
On the handsome thing, I wouldn't toot my own horn on that. But anyways, again, he's working that on.
Interesting early part of the match. They're working on the mat. All right, I assume there's going to be some high-flying stuff later. There was I guess a AAA Mega title match between Vikingo and Kenny Omega on AEW that got a lot of press in the wrestling world, but they just threw everything at each other full speed non-stop. So this has been a little different from that so far. It looks like they're gonna try to have a little different type of progression and build up to something, which I think is good. It's interesting so far. All right, I'm gonna let it run here.
You guys are up 3-1.
Need to bring it back.
Yep.
Test of strength between the champion and challenger. Are you surprised by the slower pace we're seeing off of the opening bell by these two?
Well, that's a smart thing for Chad to do, right? He's wearing him down.
Methodical style being utilized by Gable to this juncture. Vikingo able to bridge up out of the situation. Ripped over the top of Gable. Now, Vikingo shoulders down. And again.
It's too early for that, Corey. Great bridge by Chad.
How about this core
He's
strength?
supporting his weight, yeah.
Unbelievable. Oh, beautiful transition. Body scissors, shoulders are down. Prawn holds submission, or a pinfall attempt by Chad Gable, and Vikingo cuts Gable off with a shot to the midsection. Sort of a modified
scissors, is it?
I'm not sure if this is more of an arm bar.
Yeah, more of an arm bar.
An arm bar executed by Vikingo. Great counter into the ankle lock.
Corey Graves is having the same issue I'm having, where he doesn't know what all these moves are called. A lot of them are kind of unique and interesting, so this is a hard match to call, especially for him. He's not a play-by-play guy, so he's struggling in there, but it's all right. He's trying.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot.
They should just let us watch the match. You don't need to try to call every move and describe every move with a name, you know.
Like I said, he'll have a long line of people
What would that
wanting that championship.
What would that mean to AAA? In NXT, we recently just saw Trick Williams capture TNA's World Heavyweight Championship. Right. What would that do for AAA's morale to have a WWE superstar like Gable holding your most
Well, not just that, to blow us out of the water 4-1, right? I think it would hurt a lot of people's pride. Because everybody came out here tonight, like I said before.
Cover here.
Everybody came out to show and prove. Everybody came out to make a name for themselves, even bigger for the guys that have a name already, to impress the WWE staff, so maybe they're permanent members of the roster.
Wow, look at this power by the champion, catching strong. Gable out of midair. Looking for a swinging Uranagi. Gable beautiful. Able to counter. This is unbelievable. This is master level technique from both champion and challenger. And Gable hit the ring post hard. Followed up with a kick by Vikingo. Now perched on the top turnbuckle. Drop kick by the champion. Down goes Gable.
That's his first high-flying move.
You can see Gable came up clutching his right shoulder after making impact with the steel ring post. Oh. Gable might be hurt, Conan. You can hear him shout out in agony.
And he's still holding his arm.
Vikingo gets a boot up just in time. What on earth is Vikingo attempting here? How important is the Mega Championship to Vikingo, who held it for an astonishing 833 days before having to relinquish it due to injury? He never lost the title before.
Right. Well, how important is it to have the World Championship here in WWE?
Enough said.
Same thing.
Right now, Vikingo building up steam. Meteora takes out Gable to the floor. Look how cool, how calm under pressure the champion is, Conan.
Always like that.
You said controlled chaos, controlled rage. Vikingo now perhaps more comfortable on the ropes than anyone on the roster.
Good, beautiful. That was beautiful. Vikingo. There you go. That's how you do it. Represent Mexico. Arriba
Well, I've seen that move before. He used it a whole lot against Kenny Omega. Couldn't put Kenny Omega down with it, but that was an unrealistic match. That was too many finishers and too many wild moves. This was also just, you know, a move in the middle of the match. It was spectacular, but kind of wasted. Kicked out.
100%. He's a tough customer.
I don't know. It didn't even seem to land that really flush.
Yes.
At what point in the matchup could Vikingo become frustrated, Conan?
He won't.
He won't. Running shooting star, but I think Gable got the knees up.
Did he? Yes, he did.
I think Gable just averted disaster. And now making a Vikingo-sized imprint in the diamond plate steel stairs.
How important is this time for Chad Gable to recover, Conan, to get back into this
Well, it looks
fight?
like he already did recover. Just don't mess with the crowd too much, like I said in other matches, because you're giving Vikingo a chance to recuperate.
Yeah, we've seen that several times not pay off.
But he's in total control now. Oh, he's lifting up the mat. Now he's getting something from under the ring. A table.
We got tables.
People love that.
Is this a sign of frustration from Chad Gable? I mean, Gable doesn't want to get himself
I don't
disqualified.
think frustration. I think he wants to hurt Vikingo.
Because it's about just inflicting more punishment on the champion.
So he can pin him, wear him down. It's a war of attrition.
Gable's got to be cognizant not to get himself disqualified. We've seen the officials be relatively lenient throughout the night, understanding the rules do vary between WWE and AAA. Oh my God, Gable's looking for a German suplex through the table.
Wait a minute, he turned it around on him.
Oh, look at this by the champion. Vikingo puts the brakes on just in time. Back kick right in the face.
Wow.
Big time lariat by the challenger, and Gable again buys himself a few valuable seconds.
Turned him inside out.
Chad Gable scrambling, following the champion in, hooks the far leg for the championship. And Vikingo's still alive. And again, Conan, you've disagreed all night with any superstar messing with the live crowd here. Gable's doing it yet again. Do you think Chad Gable's playing with fire?
100%, because we've already seen it in other matches, how it's come back to bite him in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Just focus. You got to be focused. Vikingo and Chad Gable. You play to the crowd after you win.
Gable looking for a monkey flip out of the corner. Vikingo launched mid-ring. Here comes the challenger. Hooks the leg once again. Forearm across the face.
He's in total control, and that shows how fast things can change in a match.
How hard is it for Vikingo to adapt to a slower, methodical pace? We know he has the mat skills, but is this somewhere that he's comfortable necessarily?
Not really. He likes to fly. He likes to wear you down with like that 630 that he did over there. And
you notice Chad Gable having a little trouble with his right arm, potentially still from the impact on the ring post.
I wonder if that'll play into the finish.
We'll see. Oh, great kick, great escape by the champion. And Gable went to the throat. Again, our official showing a little leniency. Beautiful German suplex with a bridge for the Mega Championship. And Gable can't finish the job just yet.
Like I said before, not only is he wearing him down, he's listening to his breathing pattern to see how tired Vikingo is. He's trying to hurt him, and he's doing a really good job of being methodical. But one wrong move, he misses something, and Vikingo's gonna be...
And I'm pretty sure that's what Gable's strategy is. Don't leave himself open to any sort of mistake, because Vikingo will make the challenger pay. But what a boot from Gable. Are you getting nervous yet, Conan?
A little bit.
Cover here. You can hear that the crowd here in the Kia Forum hushing up just a little bit. Almost a sound of concern, a lack of energy, as Vikingo potentially feels his championship slipping away.
Wow. We could hear that from right here. Those chops wear you down. You know that. You used to wrestle.
Yes, sir. Oh, wow.
Vikingo, that sign that he did means another one.
Well, Gable caught the champion. Armbar. Wow. Armbar. Gable's got to release by the official's count of 5, but as you know, Conan, it only takes a few seconds to snap a tendon, to pop a ligament.
Yeah, rip a ligament, exactly.
Gable now from the top turnbuckle. Code breaker out of the air. A desperation counter by the champion. Both men are down.
Do you see how fast a match can change?
in the blink of an eye. It's been a theme all night. Gable looking potentially for a diving headbutt, but Vikingo just a step ahead, double knees to the sternum of the challenger, and that's what it's all about, the beautiful AAA Mega Championship.
Well, what a historic day this has been. We've seen some great matches. We've seen celebrities. We've seen legends.
Oh, look at this. And we may still see a brand new Mega Champion if Chad Gable has his way, but Vikingo fighting his heart out, Conan.
Right, and we're also seeing a championship match in Money in the Bank.
That's right.
Octagon and Dom.
Octagon Jr. and Dirty Dom for the Intercontinental title still to come. It could be a landmark day. It already has been a historic day for the worlds of both WWE and AAA. But now Vikingo from the top rope, a lot of distance to cover. Good God, man! Double stomp to the chest of the challenger to retain.
Wow!
Wow. Man, that one brought you up out of your seat.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, these two guys, just like the other matches, nobody wants to lose. You're here fighting for pride. You're here fighting to be noticed, and these two guys are no exception.
Take another look at this. Vikingo with a double stomp, perhaps to the shoulder of Chad Gable that has been damaged, as we've established just how badly we remain unsure. But kudos to Gable for surviving. Up over the top turnbuckle with the apron goes Vikingo. Kick right between the eyes of the challenger. Vikingo from the middle rope.
How beautiful is that move?
To retain! And Gable stays alive! That look, Conan, that look could mean trouble for the champion. Let's take another look at the breathtaking athleticism. A twisting 450, reversing in midair.
Great call. Again, the people.
And this is what Vikingo wanted, to get the crowd back into the fight. Handspring picked out of the air by Gable, looking for almost a gory special. Muscling the champion up. Razor's edge position. Perhaps a Niagara driver.
Oh! Beautiful move. They're just going back and forth.
Hooks the leg.
They're just going back and forth, exchanging moves.
Chad Gable.
Don't waste time with the referee, bro.
It's a great point, Conan. Gable reaching deep into his arsenal to pull that one out. Gable could be thinking about taking a high risk.
Is he going to do a moonsault?
Gable has one of the prettiest moonsaults in the game. Here it comes.
Wow, he landed standing up.
Vikingo gets the feet up just in time. Vikingo now wanting to show Gable how it's done, but Gable connects with an open hand strike to the chin. What on earth is Gable thinking here?
This could be a rivalry for years to come, Corey.
Oh, this could be a career ender, Conan. From the wow! Oh my God!
That was incredible.
That's gotta do it.
All right. Well, out of everything that I've seen in this match, I've pretty much seen already. That was the first thing that I don't know if I've ever seen a pile driver off the freaking top rope. But yet he kicked out again.
How did he even kick out?
Powerbomb. Okay, so it wasn't really a pile driver. That would have been really much more difficult. But similar to AEW's issue, there are just too many false finishes for these spectacular moves. There's 7 minutes left in the show. I'll just let it run out. I've seen the whole match already, so I don't know. So far, I don't know if I would rate this match much higher than the Vikingo Kenny Omega match. That one was kind of more fun, the pace of it. I know it was in a different setting where, you know, there was probably a bunch of bullshit around it before and after it on the show. This is the main event. It's being highlighted. It's a little more, the pace is a little more plotting. You know, I think it's cool that these two are main eventing a WWE pay-per-view, but also it's like, is this really a WWE pay-per-view main event? I see this being like a good mid-card match for a WWE pay-per-view, like if this was on Money in the Bank between the Money in the Bank matches. Like I didn't need everything else on this show, and I didn't really need this extra show. So far, it didn't really make me, didn't give me anything to really say, yeah, I should have stopped what I was doing that day and watched this. I'm really forcing it in.
This is incredible.
I don't know who's more stunned, Conan, the fans, yourself.
All right, let's see the end of the show. We got 5 minutes left.
That had to be a game ender. That was the walk-off. That was the end. And now Vikingo, perhaps feeling a sense of desperation, asking himself, what do I have to do? What does he have to do, Conan?
Well, Vikingo put him on the table that Gable had set up for him.
From the top. Wow, oh my God. Gable again thwarting whatever Vikingo had in mind.
These guys are like Michael Myers. Every time you think they're dead, they come up.
Constantly soldiering forward. Two world-class athletes, two of the best in the game, and Gable making the climb to the top turnbuckle. Vikingo below.
Incredible! This place has come alive
moonsault
again.
through a table. Yeah, throw him in the ring so he could kick out again. I'm forwarding now. I'm forwarding till they get in the ring at least. All right, they're back in the ring. They're slapping each other. Slap fight.
And this is becoming a test of wills, Conan. Who's got more left in the tank? Gable out of the way just in time, looking for the ankle lock submission once more. It's cinched in, middle of the ring. Vikingo may be in jeopardy.
This is the right time to put it on because Vikingo's tired. He's having trouble reaching the ropes.
But how much pressure is Gable able to apply with the injured right shoulder?
Good question.
Gable cranking with everything he has. Vikingo desperately scrambling for the ropes. Gable looking to transition for a German suplex. Vikingo lands on his feet.
Great spin kick.
Gable is rocked on the ropes.
He might have hurt himself.
Vikingo coming up a little lame. Favoring his knee. This is bad.
Oh! Poison run off the third. Incredible!
Fighting through the pain.
Yeah.
Fighting for his countrymen. Fighting for the art of Lucha Libre. Vikingo soldiering on. Now headed up to the top turnbuckle. Gable is down.
630. Is that enough?
For the mega title to retain.
Yeah!
At least he didn't kick out of that, because I think Kenny Omega kicked out of that 630. Alright, you know, they wouldn't have let them go, you know, so far into the match and have such a competitive match if it wasn't like a main event match. I still think this was a mid-card match. Looks like they made Vikingo, so it looks like they want to use him on the show. That's cool. But alright. Overall, this was the only thing I think that was worth watching. I skipped literally everything else on this show. And I don't think I really missed anything. So I'm trying to find a thumbnail. I gotta put something up for the live stream. Okay, that'll conclude this live stream. Overall, I didn't change my mind about this. It was a superfluous show that I didn't really care about that much. And Chad Gable, I think the one interesting thing is that he got hurt. I don't know if that'll affect El Grande Americano later on. But alright, I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to take a break and I'm going to come back and do Money in the Bank and skip through that before I got to go to work. I'm really going to only watch one match, I've decided, and that's the women's Money in the Bank match. The rest of them I'm just going to skip to the finish and see what happened. So, alright then, that'll do it for this live stream. We'll see you later.